and they feel now.
Okay, how y'all doing? I'm finna rap to you guys, about business, because a lot of individuals are trying to make a change and do something different. Some of y'all don't realize that it's time to stop allowing others to tell you how to navigate out here. Okay, so let me put a few thoughts on your head. Okay, on your mind. Thoughts on your mind, because we don't do enough of that. Some people tell you that you're gonna have to sit around and wait for knowledge to come to you. You gotta sit around and wait for you get at a certain age, like 18, go to school. You young whippersnappers, no. You got your mom and dad so busy, and they separated or fighting against each other, you don't know what to do. And it's all caused from a system that just wants to keep getting paid. So I'm at this platform and stage now that I have to be careful what I speak on, because I guess the channel is a little larger and I'll be saying things that's not cool, that you gotta just say it in a way that you ain't really just, I don't know what's on it. But I'm gonna tell you this though. Stop letting people rent space in your mind. Okay, what I mean that is, you got a lot of individuals that will say this and they'll say that, and you quick to move. Okay, you're quick to move on this, and quick to move on that. So you're already conditioned to do a certain type of setup because you're a creature of habit. Okay, let me say that again. You're already conditioned to do a certain type of setup, move this way, move that way, because you're a creature of habit. You've already been conditioned to move a certain kind of way. So I'm trying to put some things on your mind. All right. When you're doing business out here, you can't be no creature of habit. You can't bring your 9 to 5 habits with you. Okay. And when individuals run their mouth, talk about you should have did this, you should have did that, why you ain't going to school, why you ain't going to college to get this, why you ain't just getting this and getting that. I mean, getting better grades. Better grades in what? I'm not telling you not to go to school. I'm telling you, listen, if the individual is only teaching you how to, the science of history of someone else that ain't had nothing to do with you, and the people that they talk about in the past has nothing to do with your present or your future. What the heck I got to get an A or B in that. Get your A, get your B, because you in the system, is part of the program, and make sure you are on your own studying. You individuals that sit up here and let people just dump information in your mind, they don't do nothing about it. When's the last time they taught you about the body? Give you a straight up 2 hours, 2 years about the science of the body. They don't do that. When's the last time they taught you about 2 years, maybe 3 years? They should be giving at least 4 or 5 years after you hit around 12, 13. They should be giving you work concerning finances, okay? Business out here, okay? So how it's done out here, investments out here, because that's all they about. You know what I'm saying? So when they make sure that you don't know nothing about finance, you don't know anything about your body, they're making you a type of robot. They're making you be a creature of habit of their habits that they want to portray and push on you. So they're pushing certain types of habits on you that you could pass down to your next generation. They're renting space in your mind because they're telling you one thing, but they're behind the scenes doing another. So it's so many things that they have you doing out here that has nothing to do with business, but only for them. Business is the order of the day, and you the customer. You the product. You the customer, and you the product. You a product for drugs, for their pharmaceutical drugs. You the product for going out buying their processed stuff. You the product for purchasing their homes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I got one. You know what I'm saying? I ain't not, you the product for purchasing their cars. When have you invented anything, present, past? I'm not talking about in your when you wasn't around. I'm talking about now. And you have now pushing it out there to people. They've taken away your ability to dream. They snatched that from you. So they got you just out there on the rat wheel, and you just tired and tired and tired, and now you become a creature of habit. You get up and you do the same thing 5 days a week, and you pissed off before you go, / irritated, and you're pissed off when doing it and irritated while you on the scene, on the workforce, and you irritated and pissed off some of you on the way back. Because you know why? So was I. So it ain't too far from when you have a good solid, what is it, 30 years of doing 20, I would say 20. I'm still, in my 40s. So when you have a good solid 20 years, 15 years, 15 to 20 years of doing something for someone else, different jobs here and there, becoming a creature of habit, and not understanding because no one taught you, because they taught your parents to do the same thing you doing right now. Pass it down to your generation, and they also taught your grandparents to do something. So the grandparents gave you your children this, and now you got it. So that's all you're doing. You're doing the same thing, and then you have a religion that instead of being loving, you're being religion. So you have this religion that you actually joined up in because it was passed down from grandparent to mom and dad, and now mom and dad gave it to you. And instead of being loving, you being a religious person, and you in a cult. You in a one that was formed and telling you to obey the lands of the laws of the overseers. So just by default, you gotta actually do everything that somebody that don't look like you, or even don't matter if they look like you, that ain't even part of your creed. You just by default gotta get down what they get down, and it's so disrespectful because they don't teach you nothing. They teach you this, teach you how to be a customer. They teach you how to not do business. They teach you how to actually be a consumer. They teach you how to not dream and fulfill your dreams. They teach you how to not be innovative. They teach you how not to be a doer, but a actually person that needy all the time. That's what they teach you. So many things they teach you, and then you become a creature of habits, of what habits they gave you. So it becomes habits because they teach you this over and over again, and then you enforce it because you feel it should be something you should do because it came from mom and dad, or mom or dad. And then mom or dad got it from grandpa or grandma. And then you know that to be true when you start waking up a little bit, but you're so honorable to mom or dad, either they hear or they passed on, and you won't change. You won't do something different. So you'll give up 40, 50 years of your life being a product, being a customer, being an employee, letting them rent space in your mind. Won't dare pick up a book. This is the book where I just grabbed and thought about while I was talking right now. And, this is a good book right here. You ought to check it out, It says right here, The Dirty Little Secrets About Black History, This is a book I'm reading. Kareem is far from racist. How could it be? How can it be racist? It's crazy. But anyway, so here, I can hold this up because I don't mind you getting it. No, I'm not affiliate. Not affiliate. Boom, I can hold this up. I didn't write this book, but yeah, go. You might want to check that out. Who is it by? Claude Anderson. Okay? Educated doctor. Got his ED. So, I think it's highly important that you understand that you need to curve your way of thinking. You need to stop allowing, this is me just random talking to you and whatnot. You need to stop doing the same old. I'm going to start doing podcasts. By the way, hit that like button, hit the notification bell so you can get my latest video. You can be notified. But this channel is education, teaching, how to, how to be better, how to navigate in this rat race. in this system that was not really built for nobody but customers. So, they have their ways of picking and choosing certain groups, but it's a lot of people that don't look like you struggling just like you. So they've gotten so greedy, they now picking everybody. Powers that be is a separation. Either you know or you don't know, but we gonna just go ahead and just pretty much pillage and take all your energy any way you can. How they taking your energy? You working for somebody, right? And you think it has to do with only, no, I'm not working for the government. Okay, well, you working for somebody, right? If you working for somebody, they taking your energy. Okay, it doesn't take a lot to shift to a different position of business, doing business for yourself. Okay, teaching yourself habits that are geared towards you and your family and your generation. Okay, not actually building somebody else's legacy, giving all your energy to somebody else and allowing them to what they say and what they do to actions and what they say with words rent space in your mind. You should curb that and do something different. That's what you should do. But a lot of us focus on what somebody said, he, she, or our personal life, and we're not even focused like you focus on that man, or you focus on that woman, or you focus on, the money. I need to get paid from the 9 to 5 job. I got to keep going. You're so focused on that right there present. You're not focused on how your future could be changed in about what, 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years, way less than a bachelor's degree. Some of us, you can do it in less than an AA degree. I did it. But when you're going through a lot of drama and your mind is here and your mind is there because no one wants to stick together and do things together, you got to figure out how to get them things done by yourself. I'm going to tell you, most family members don't believe you nowhere. I know that for a fact because it happened to me. This is real. I don't care if family members see this. There's a lot of them. I'll be a bunch of them. They know that. They know who they are. They was talking about me behind my back and talking about me a little bit. I can hear them. And word got back and I got a chance to hear them. Or they said, oh, this ain't going to really do anything. Or you living a dream. Or what are you doing wasting time? And no man, it's going to take 3 years, 5 years for it to pop off. What I look like allowing them to rent space in my mind, the things they really were saying. Huh? No, I got enough people like a boss or another boss or someone else, a pastor or bishop or evangelist or cousin or uncle. I got enough people, friend, foe. Got enough people putting negativity in my mind, saying that I'm co-workers. I don't need all that, but that's what happens. You get more peer pressure from family members and when you're an adult than you do when you in school, when you're a child. You thought you was getting peer pressure then? It was a little fun then. Here, man, this peer pressure ain't no joke. Everybody trying to rent space in your mind. Everybody trying to have you do the same habits they doing because they're a creature of habit. They just doing the same old thing over and over and over again. Get nowhere. So this is a new time when individuals can see that business is where it's at. You can actually make something happen for yourself. Social media is popping. We don't know how long it's going to last. I'm pretty sure if I invested in some type of social media, I probably would have took off, been popping as well. But here it is now. You know what I mean? I'm getting my investment from putting in work, teaching, educating, using the social media for my own, not using the same habits that was passed down to me, that some system passed down to my folks, and involved with the same old thing and being mad at everybody and, and having issues with everybody. That guy being mad at me and they having issues with me and letting the private, personal stuff leak over to my public. We're going to do a separate video on that. I'm going to start talking about private and public. So you guys can know just reality, real stuff. Trying to figure out if I'm going to do the live or I'm going to do the podcast. I might do both because it's just too much. But so many directions I want to go, but I'm going to get it done. Hence, you see me doing more videos. But just follow me. I'm trying to encourage you and help you understand that you can do it. I did. I got eyes, I got a nose, I got a mouth, I got ears, just like you do. I got a brain. What organs that I got more of you? Last time I checked, I don't have no 6 fingers. You know what I'm saying? So you just need to wake up. And it shouldn't take a lot for a person to have you wake up. When you get up every morning, you see that everybody's doing the same old thing and getting really nowhere, and they frustrated. So if you sit there and let those people say this and say that and rent space in your mind, and it just festers and just keep going, you can't get past. You can't get past it. Okay? You can't get past it. You can't really focus on what you really want to do, where you're really trying to go. Okay? I'm not trying to tell you, hey, look, just jump right now. I remember one lady in my herbalist course told me, Kareem, we all dealing with a baby daddy, or a man or a woman, or an ex-man, or an ex-husband, or an ex-wife, or someone that had a job, or people that don't believe in you, mom, dad, all that. We're dealing with that. Slow down. We're going to get there. But we're with you. The young lady was Tammy, and I was so happy to hear that, because it made me, she's like, we might not be where you at, but we with you, and we going to get there. It made me feel so good, and it had to check me and make me realize, like, oh, slow down, because you was there too. I never forget when I was in Tahuti Mount class, and I was going through my personal issues. But I was trucking along to make sure that I got to the other side of that chessboard. So these clowns playing these certain games on you, and they got you doing the same. Or they should look around next time. Just look around when you go to the store. And look how everybody is just normal customer. They doing the same old thing. They happy. Some of them sad. Some of them just whatever. But they just doing the same old thing in the store. Then when you come out to the store, look around and just take a look at those people. See if you can find anybody planting a tree, putting something in the garden, or dealing with a plant. Not much. Go look in the area where they have like a Walmart, that they have attached plants and whatnot, and seeds and whatnot. Go look in that area and see how many people in there versus in the store. Just do some things. Just when you don't have a little time on your hands, take a detour. Stop being in a rush all the time. They got you in a rush because you always on the clock to get some rest and relax, because you know you got to get up in the morning and go to work. Slow down. Just change your habit a little bit and just look. And then when you go in the store, just start being more aware of things. Everywhere you go, be aware of things, and just look on the shelf, and you can see products that look alike. I mean, something as small as ketchup, different ketchup products from different companies. You go and look at something else. Go in the dairy section because you want that dairy. Look at the different types of dairy they offer. Go into butter, cheese, meat, different type of oatmeal, brands, cereals, whatever you like, bread, oh my God. You just start looking and start noticing. Switch up your habits of paying attention, not being aware. You got visors on. Be aware, like, wow, this is business up in here. And you the customer. Yeah, I know you got to eat, but you want to be careful how you eat. Switch up a little bit. Watch out people on the road. Look around when you're driving. Look this way, look that way. Look at people, how they looking in their car. Sometimes people driving like, just holding the wheel. Like they just like this is normal to them. They know they got to do it again, like zombies. Just look around and see how stressed out people are. Start watching people coming to work. Start watching people when they get off work. Watch people where you're at work. Look at them. And be like, wow. And see who's happy and see who's not. See who's sad. See who don't want you engaging and talking with them. They don't want to be. Most people don't want to be there. Happy or not, man. They don't want to be there. So if you start looking around a little bit, you'll realize how you caught up in the matrix. How you caught up in being a creature of habits that were taught to you. Passed down to you from your folks. Folks got it from the system. And your folks tried to make you do a little better. And that's what you're doing. The same old thing. 20, 30, 40, 50 years. And by the time you retire, you tired. You tired. Because you let them rent space in your mind. And I'm trying to tell you, this is chess out here, not checkers. Get on your order of business and start doing business. Start learning business. Start understanding how they doing business out here, and stop being a total product out here for these people. Okay?
I'm just keeping it real now. Giving something they feel now.